thank you so much for watching. To start off, I'm using the Farsali Rose Gold Serum. If you have oily skin, then you can actually skip this step because my skin macam a bit more dry, so I have to use an oil before I apply my primer and before I apply my foundation. And for primer, I'm actually using the YSL Hydrating Primer, I think it's called. And again, because I have dehydrated skin, so this will actually moisturize my skin and makes the foundation stick to my skin a lot better. And for foundation, I'm using Nars Sheerglow. I've been using this foundation for quite some time. And with foundation, I'm just applying it with a beauty blender, and it has to be damped because if it's a dry beauty blender, then it will be difficult for you to blend out the foundation evenly on your face. And if you're using a brush, you can do like circular motions on your face to avoid any streakiness and lines, foundation lines on your skin. So depends on the time that you have. For me, if I'm rushing, I just use a beauty blender sebab it's like so much more cepat and it's just like dab done. For eyebrows, I'm using a Shu Imura eyebrow pencil called a corn. It's in like a brownish type of shade. But I feel like if you use a very dark eyebrow pencil, because our eyebrows are naturally black, and you use a black pencil on top of it, it's gonna like make it look so bold, and your face is gonna be all garang and all. So I prefer a natural eyebrow and like a softer look to the eyebrow. So if you're like me and you haven't gone threading, then you can just use a concealer to cover up any hairs around the eyebrow area, just to make sure that it looks clean, and make sure you blend the concealer as well. If you leave it just the way it is, it's gonna look like there's two lines of concealer on top and below of your eyebrow. It's not gonna look good. And for concealer, I'm using the Nars Radiant Concealer. I've been using this also for quite some time, and I think this one so far is like one of the best concealers out there. I know that I've seen reviews where they say that the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer is quite good, but somehow they don't have it in Malaysia yet. It's been like forever, and I've been going to Sephora and checking it out, and like it's not here yet. So hopefully Sephora, please bring it soon so that we can try it out. So for baking, I'm actually using the Mer Loose Powder. Okay, so this loose powder, of course, I cannot afford it. Like, it's so expensive. This was given to me as a gift by my cousin. She's so sweet. She actually gave me the loose powder. When she gave it to me, I was like, wow, are you sure? Like, you want to give this to me? But I'm so thankful because I actually love this loose powder. It feels super light and it doesn't look cakey at all. So I'm using, and a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot of powder. It's just like a little bit of powder and you're all set. And to prime the eyes, I'm using the MAC concealer palette. I think any sort of concealer will do. So it's just to like remove any discoloration on your eyes or any sort of veins that you have on your eye. I'm taking this shade from the Anastacia Modern Renaissance palette. It's like a burnt orange type of shade, and I'm applying it on the crease of my eyes. You want to have like more eyeshadow towards the outer part of your eye, and then whatever you have left on the brush, you can bring it into the inner corner of your eyes, if that makes sense. And to just deepen the color and also deepen like the outer corner of the eye, I'm actually using the shade Real Gore, which is like a darker orangey shade, and just applying it into the crease of my eye. I think like the most important thing about applying eyeshadow is patience. If you rush it, it's not going to look good, because you really need to blend the eyeshadow and take your time blending. Once you've fully blended and you look in the mirror and you really like what you see, then you can move on to the next step. Because I tend to see like some people just like to apply like a lot of eyeshadow onto their eyes and then they don't blend it, so it's gonna look like very very pelik. So blend. Alright, so once you're done applying the eyeshadows onto your crease, and you want to clean the eyelid part of your eye, just to make it look a lot cleaner, you can just use a normal concealer, and then you can apply the shade that you want. Applying like the matte skin colored shade over there, you can see, and I'm just applying it onto my eyelid. And just to deepen the outer corner of the eye, I'm just going to take the dark brown shade and just apply it at the outer corner of my eyes. For the lower part of my eyes, I'm just applying the burnt orange and the Real Gore shade all over my lower eyelid, and the dark brown color, I'm just applying it at the outer corner of my eyes. And then for eyeliner, I'm using Inglot, the gel black eyeliner. With eyeliner, I usually like to start with the wing first. So I draw my wings and then I connect the wings all the way to my inner eyelid. For eyeliner, I'm just using like a normal black eyeliner, nothing special, just a Sephora normal eyeliner. Once you apply black eyeliner, you want to go in again with the brush that you used to blend out the previous eyeshadow. I'm trying to grow out my lower lashes, but somehow the bulus are not coming, so I don't know what's going on there. You then want to swipe off the excess powder that you have under your eyes. Then for contouring, I'm using the KatVonD Shade and Light palette, the middle contour shade. I don't use a lot of contouring at the cheekbone area, but I do use some contouring on top of my forehead, just to try to make my face not look so long to make it like appear shorter in some way. For blush, I'm using the Matte Peaches blush. This blush is super good lah, seriously. And the colour is like so beautiful. For highlighter, I'm using Hourglass, I think. Yeah, I'm using the Hourglass highlighter here, and just applying it on the high points of my cheek. And I really like this highlighter because the highlighter it's like not so obvious. It's like when the sun hits you, then you see the highlighter, but it's not like something that you will see when there's no sun, if you can understand. Because I've like experienced, or I've tried, because I have tried chunky highlighters before, and when there's no sun, you actually see the highlighter on top of your cheekbones, and it actually like focuses all your like pores and your texturized skin. It accentuates that, and that's not something that I want people to look at. So far with this highlighter, it's all good.